Hello student, today we are discussing a topic of representation of organic compounds. How to represent any organic compounds. So the today topic is representation of organic compound. So there are three types of organic compound representation. The first one we call as structural representation. Second, condensed representation. And the third one is bond line. So to all three representation, we take a different examples of organic compounds. So we start from hydrocarbon and take an example of alkene. So first we write the formula of alkane. So as you know, what is the alkane? When between carbon a single bond is formed is called as alkane. The general formula of alkane CnH2n plus 2. So we put the value of n equal to 3. So C3, 3 to the 6, 6 plus 2, 8. So the value of hydrogen for 3 carbon equal to 8. So first we represent the organic compound in the molecular form, then we draw the structures, and the first structure we draw the structural formula. So first we draw the 3 carbons and make a single bond between the carbons. So first and second. As you know, carbon have 4 valency, so first bond start from terminals. So this carbon make a 1 bonds and 3 bonds are remaining. So this 3 bonds make bond with the hydrogens. So 1 2 3. This carbon make a 2 bonds with another carbon, so 2 valency filled with hydrogen. Again this terminal carbon 1 bond with the middle carbon and rest 3 bonds formed with the hydrogens. Then this representation is called structural representation. Then this representation we convert into the structural form to condensed representation. So again we write the carbon and all the 3 hydrogens like this use as a 3 hydrogen, so we use a 3 subscript, so CS3. Then we do not represent in the bonds, so again write C and 2 hydrogen, so subscript is 2, then carbon, then 3 is subscript. So this alkane compound, first representation in a structural form, the second is representation in a condensed form, then it's converted into the bond line. So for bond line only we represent the carbon with the help of dot, and between two dots we use a single line because it's alkane, so single bond between the carbons. Again the third carbon use the single line and bonds. So in a bond line form we do not represent hydrogens, only representation of carbon and with the help of dots. Is it clear? Hope 3 representation is clear for you. First one is in a structural, the second one is in a condensed form, and the third one is in a bond lines. Is it clear? Next we start again second example of alkene. So alkene, its general formula CnH2n. So we put the value of equal to 4, so C4 hydrogen equal to 8. So as you know, in a alkene, between carbon have two bonds. So first C4H8 draw in the structural form. So first we draw the four carbons and make a bond, single bond between the carbon. First make a single bond always between the carbons, and then as you know there are four carbons, so we put any two carbons, we put the any two carbon, make a double bonded है ना. So first bond is formed and second bond formed between two terminals carbon. This bond is put between two carbons and between two carbons. So let's see. So this terminal carbon make a two bonds with this carbon, so two valency filled with hydrogens. Again this carbon make a three bonds, so only one valency is remaining filled with hydrogen. This carbon make a two bonds, so this two valency filled with hydrogen. This carbon only one bond with the carbon and the rest three bonds with hydrogens. So this is a structural representation. Then it's converted into the condensed representation. C and subscript is equals to CH3, then C subscript hydrogen 2, then CH, and then CH2. So it's converted into the structural form to condensed form. Then this form we convert into the bond line. So again, as you know, the carbon is represented with the help of dot. So 1 dot, 2 dots, 3 dots, and 4 dots. So between two carbons we use a line 1, 2, and 3. As you know, we draw the double bond between terminals carbons, so again draw a second line between two terminals carbons. So this compound is converted into the bond line form. And the third example we take from alkyne. So its general formula CnH2n minus 2. So we put the value of n equal to 5. So C5H10 minus 2. So C5H8. Is it clear? पक्का. नेक्स्ट अगर हम यहाँ पर देखें तो नेक्स्ट हमें यहाँ पर यूज करना, लेट्स सी C5 1 2 3 4 5. Between carbons we make a bond, single bond 1 2 3 and 4. Then as you know, alkyne between carbon have 3 bonds, so any of two carbon we make a 3 bonds. So one bond is formed in terminals, you can anywhere you can put the values, so make a bond. So this bond, this and this, so between two carbon we make a 3 bonds, and this carbon make a 3 bonds with the next carbon, so only one valence is remaining, so we put the bond with the hydrogens. And this carbon, all 4 valencies completed with the 2 carbons, so there is no hydrogen is required. This carbon make a 2 bonds, so 2 hydrogens make a bond, again 2 hydrogen make a bonds, and only one bond is formed, so 3 hydrogen make a bond with this carbon. So again CH3 CH2 CH2 C and CH. Is it clear? So first we convert it into the structural form, second we convert it into the condensed form, and the third one is a bond line. So there are 5 carbons, so we use 5 dots, 1 2 3 4 and 5. Make a single bond between first, then terminal carbon, 2 more bonds, 1 2, so terminal carbon between 3 bonds are formed. So that is the representation of organic compound: structural form, condensed form, and bond line. Again I show you a model with the help to representation of all the alkene, alkene and alkyne. So first we use a alkane model. This is the front carbon, that is a back carbons, and as you show, this carbon has 3 hydrogens and the fourth bond make with the another carbon. Again similarly this carbon show similar structure. Then we use an example of alkene. So alkene between carbons are 2 bonds is formed. So this terminal carbons make a 2 bonds with hydrogens, and again similarly this carbon also form 2 bonds because 2 bonds in between the 2 carbons. So in a alkane there are 3 bonds make with the hydrogen, but in a alkenes double bonded carbon only 2 hydrogens are make a bonds, and similarly in a alkyne only because 2 carbons make a 3 bonds. So that is why this terminal carbon only have 1 hydrogen and this terminal carbon have only 1 hydrogen. So that is the model representation of organic compounds. Thank you so much.